Good afternoon, morning, my dudes. It is Wednesday, which means it's bonus go time. This week, we have the launch of the winter specials. There's over 50 specials across the store, and I've selected a couple of storage devices, upgrade kits, and even a laptop. Those are going to be, I think, the highlights really of this top 10. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Starting off at number 10, this is Gumdia's Helios 850 watt bronze for 1,200 Rand with a 3-year local warranty. It's 80 plus bronze certification on an 850 for 1,200 Rand. Even the 650s and stuff from the competitors right now are about $1,000. So $200 more, you get double that, and then a better, just instead of the normal white label 80 plus rating, which is like 70% efficiency, 80 plus bronze is at least 82%, if I'm not mistaken, is how the scaling works. But it's a pretty good rating. Even just having a 750 watt bronze is more than enough for most PCs. So just an extra 100 watt for that maybe thirsty 30 series GPU. At number 9, it's a review I'm busy finishing up for tomorrow, which is on the Kingstons. I've already done the tests on them, and this thing came out absolutely spectacularly, even without cooling. It actually ran very, very well. So this comes highly recommended just based off its price versus performance, and because it's a 2 TB for 1,700 Rand. Gen 3, it's going to get 3,000 megabytes per second and very good small file handling, especially on the write cycles from Kingston right now. At number 8, it's a Clever Crass X 16 gig kit, 3600 megahertz CL18. I have used these on just about anything that you can imagine that's DDR4 compatible, and they've worked incredibly well until I got my ADATA XPG DDR5 stuff. This is what we were using on the test bench. But I have the non-RGB versions of these in my 5900X, my main PC. And they just work, and I've got 4x8 gig, and I've had them for an age, and it actually gave me slightly better performance than some of the competitors. At number 7, it's a brand new 3070 for 10,500 Rand. Boy, did I think in the middle of the GPU crisis we would not see the day, but here it is. Finally, well-priced GPUs that are incredibly powerful. The 3070, if you compare it to like a 1070 in its generation, this is significantly better because it unlocks real-world ray tracing, real-world 1440p gaming at 60 FPS or more, regardless of what game you throw at it. And then it's an MSI, so it's going to be built well. It's got a 3-year warranty, and they pretty much make the best GPUs in the world right now. Running on the top of at number 6, it's G4000. It's just really good bang for buck Gen 4, 5-year warranty. It's got the included heatsink, and if you've got a heatsink on your motherboard, what I found is you can just put the heatsink directly on top, and the thermal pad and everything will actually work and do its thing, because obviously this is designed to transfer heat. So it would work in another system that's designed to transfer heat. I also have an E2000 in my system, which uses just that tiny little heatsink that it came with, and that's my gaming drive. So it gets a little bit thumped, and yeah, it just doesn't skip a beat. That's more than enough cooling if you don't have the included heatsink. Now for the top off at number 5, we have a very good bang for buck entry-level upgrade kit. It's coming with the Ryzen 5 5500, which doesn't have great caching, so it's more of a single core performer. Even when I tested it, I was like, yeah, the multi-threading is noticeably worse than the 5600, so they actually delimited those quite nicely. But just as a gaming CPU, this is more than enough. It will run anything you want it to without relative bottleneck. I assume if you're buying in this bracket, you're probably not going to be teaming this up with like a 10,000 Rand graphics card. I really hope that's not how you're building your PC, because it will bottleneck at that sort of point. But if you're using something a little bit older, like good old 1060, 2060, even RX 6600, even the XT will run really, really well with this combo. And then it's got the Clev RAM as well. I would, however, suggest you go for the 16 gig. It's an extra $700, but then you get your full dual channel, which is a huge performance bump. It's like 15%, and the price is what, 700 Rand on your total system cost. It's gonna make quite a difference. At number 4, it's the Intel variant of that, just better, because this is even better than the 5600, but it's coming through kind of the same price, and they do have a 2x8 gig on the base platform. So for 600-700, this is probably the best you're going to get under 7K for a base PC build. It's also got this B660M-E or B660M-E. What I noticed about it is it actually has quite a good power phasing over there. So if you wanted to later upgrade to even like a 12700F, it would actually get like all 80 watts, 180 watts that you need to run that chip at full chat. So you'll actually be able to run it pretty decently. It's got like a pretty nice slot protector over there for your graphics card as well. All the good defaults that I generally want to see, and then more of the good Clev RAM. I believe this is 3600, so that's a little typo over there. But yeah, 3600 megahertz CL18 plus the 12400F this is going to be the best price versus performance gaming sort of solution available right now. At number 3, it's the LG I teased earlier, 1440p 32-inch 165Hz VA. 5 millisecond response time does mean that it is probably going to have a touch of smearing. I wouldn't say this is an ultra competitive monitor for FPS, but if you just want a really good 1440p 165Hz experience with FreeSync Premium included as well, which will work with your G-Sync controller on your NVIDIA at the same time, 5.5 for all of that with a 3-year warranty, it's generally like, it's a very, very good price. I think we'll agree. The color palette is not as good as I would like. It's only a 95% sRGB, so it's not going to have the best vibrance and stuff. You're going to have to tweak it a little bit out of box, but on the base of it, the value that you're getting here is extremely good, and it's got a base mount, so you can desk clamp it. In the runner-up spot, it's my absolute favorite laptop across the Evetech store right now. It's the HP Victus. I absolutely love this thing for its 12500H. It's really good monitor, the 16.1-inch, 1080p, 144Hz, IPS. It's really good colors, good brightness in it as well. So functioning as a laptop, it does extremely well. Battery life, everything is just... They kind of knocked this one out of the park. It was a return to form for HP, and then throwing in a 3050 4 gig, just for that value. If you are looking for like a good mid-range gaming laptop that you can game and work off of, this is the one I would suggest. If you don't trust me, just go ask my boy Josh. He bought one a gajillion years ago, and it's just perfect. Every single person I know that I've suggested this to and has bought it has never come back to me with a complaint, which says a lot. And finally, in the number 1 spot, I had to go to Deepcool with the LS520 SE because this is a steal. You will not find anything better than this for 1,100 Rand. It comes with a 5-year warranty as well. So it's 200 Rand per year to have one of the best 240mm coolers and rads around. This thing will score in the top 10 of coolers. It's not going to be as good as their Castle, or the LS series, or the LE series at least, which is the highest edition of their brand. But basically what they did was they made like a more mid-range sort of offering based off of what they'd done with the Castle, with this different pump design and more like entry-level sort of fans and stuff. But the pump in here is 3000 RPM, and based off of my testing, it was literally neck and neck with the LS520, maybe at 3 to 5% performance difference. The build quality and stuff of this is not as good as that, but in its price bracket, it is untouchable. And that, my friends, is all I have for you in this week in your top 10 winter deals. And then next week, we'll be continuing on with some news. We'll see what's happening with the developments in and around our love of RT and gaming. Until next time, hope you guys stay safe, keep well, and I will see you on the flip side.